So during the hearing, ang mga tinalakay ni Congressman Marcoleta are significant. At tinatanong niya kung iniimbestigahan po ng CHR ang siege sa KOJC. Inamin naman ng CHR na may mga mahalagang karapatan na kailangan talakayin ukol dito sa issue na ito, at inamin na iniimbestigahan daw ng kanilang regional representative or regional investigator. May mga investigators po kasi ang CHR. Salamat kay Jing at kay Ma'am Yuriko. Times 7 pala. Si Jing times 5. Okay. So, sinabi, among the other things, hindi ma-pin down ang CHR sa date ng kanilang submission ng report. Ayaw nilang umamin na mayroong significant na violations ng human rights. Flashback tayo, a few days ago, sinabi ng Pangulo, and this is significant kasi hindi pa ako tapos sa ginagawa kong video, it's a short one. Sinabi ng Presidente, paano magkakaroon ng human rights violation ang daming pulis? Ulitin ko sinabi ng Pangulo yan, paano magkaroon ng human rights violation ang daming ang pulis? Pagka ang pulis po ang human rights violator. Diba? Dito, unfortunately, 10 days na po yung more than 10 days na, siguro going on 11 na o nasa 11 days na po tayo. Ang significant rin po dito is that sabi ng human rights, nag-iimbestiga pa rin po sila patuloy-tuloy. Now, I've heard this excuse before. Itong excuse na po na ito ay medyo difficult. Kasi I understand na ang iniisip nila is that there's a violation and it is ongoing, kaya hindi nila matapos yung investigation until matapos yung main issue, which is the service of the warrant of arrest. Gayunpaman, may mga ibang mga incidents within the siege na maaari nilang gawan na po ng report ngayon pa lang. Halimbawa, pagsipa sa ulo ng isang KOJC member. Significant yun. This is the simple service of a warrant of arrest. Ang mga ganyang klaseng violations or ganyang klaseng mga acts are clearly not just significant but indicative of an approach dito sa the PNP's approach to the service of the warrant of arrest. Bukod pa dyan, during the course of the 10, 11, probably going on 12-day siege, yung warrants of arrest, tinitingi-tingi nila. So, nung una, isang warrant of arrest pinresinta. Now, there are 4 people who are supposedly subject of different warrants of arrest. Iniisa-isa nila, tinitingi-tingi nila in order to justify a continued stay. So, again, ang tanong, reasonable pa rin ba? So dito nagsisentro ang mga diskusyon pagdating sa KOJC. Given the temporary protection order, ang sinasabi ng hukuman is simple. You can serve your warrant of arrest, but that is bound by the restrictions of it must be quickly done and it must be reasonable. So yun yung mga parameters niyan. So of course reasonability is will be determined by the court. Ano ba yung ang standard na ginagamit niyan is a reasonable man. So, ito, sabi ni Boss Baby, for 11 days at 966 average police salary, PHP 33 million na po ang ginagasta to serve Quiboloy's warrant. Well, it's not just Pastor Quiboloy, of course. It's 4 different warrants which they are serving, as we mentioned, tingi-tingi. Diba? Okay. So, ang significant dito is the CHR's apparent bagal. I can't say delay kasi delay is deliberate. I can't say that yet that they are deliberate. Pero bakit hanggang ngayon super bagal? May mga incidents that already warrant reports pero sinasabi nila hindi pa, wala pang report. So Congressman Marcoleta insisted. Sabi niya, kailan yung report? Baka pwedeng mamayang 5 o'clock. Hindi daw pwede. O, baka pwedeng bukas, before 5 o'clock. September 10 daw. Significant ang September 10 kasi 1 week away. Ibig sabihin, gagawa lang sila ng after the incident is continuously occurring until such a time. Sa totoo lang, Siguro kung hindi ganito ka-controversial ang mga pangyayari at dun sa insistence, kumbaga, dun sa information that it is clearly in the interests of Malacanang na ituloy-tuloy itong siege na ito, the CHR would have been first in court asking for protection order for the KOJC or for the people inside. Pero apparently, ang mga pinoprotektahan ng yata ng CHR ay mga aktivista. Hindi ako nagrereklamo on behalf of yung mga aktivista. Pero when they intervene on people who are facing cases of rebellion and so on, okay lang rin yun kasi hindi pa naman guilty. Pero yung mga notorious, yung mga naghihikayat na na pabagsakin ng gobyerno, yung mga yan, they should be investigated as respondents. Yun, sabi ni Ma'am Teresa Sanggalang, patay na ang kabayo before the CHR took notice. Diyos ko, totoo yan. So ito yung punto. Ang approach nitong administrasyon na ito sa human rights, sabi sila parating ang sama-sama ng mga sinasabi nila tungkol dun sa dating administrasyon, pero dito sa instance na ito, asan na? Nasaan yung angas na binibigay dun sa dating administrasyon? Ito, tuloy-tuloy, harap-harapan, nakikita ng buong mundo. Pero, anong ginagawa ng CHR? Bagal-bagal. Pagka nakikita ninyo na tuloy-tuloy na nga na ginagawa sa ibang mga tao, halimbawa, meron dito maliwanag, offending religious feelings. Ginagawa nilang pambabalahura sa mga lugar na kino-consider na mahalaga para dito sa sa relihiyon na ito. Hindi pa nga siya offending religious feelings in the criminal sense, pero there certainly is some kind na may mga hadlang na dito sa kanilang exercise ng kanilang paniniwala sa kanilang relihiyon. Okay, para dun sa mga nagsasabing napanood niyo na ba ito, pagka naka-StreamYard ako, hindi ko po makikita yung mga yan. Makikita ko yung link, pero mamaya ko pa yung makikita. You're going to have to not just provide me with the link, but tell me what it is about. Okay? Okay, kasi I can't read your mind. I cannot read what this is about. So if you want me to even consider including that in the discussion today, you're going to have to tell me what that link is about. I do appreciate the link. Okay. Sabi ni Jam, cult. Okay. Number one, we reject that. We reject your characterization of a religion as a cult because clearly it is intended to be denigrating and to be insulting. And we have no room for that here. Because sinasabi na nga natin, may karapatan ang kahit sinong tao maniwala sa kahit anong gusto nila, good or bad. May mga tao nga na nag-worship ng what other people might characterize as evil. The Constitution is blind as to who you believe in, what you believe in, and how you believe in it. You are going to be protected no matter what because you have the right to believe in that. Yes, even the bad things. Sabi ni Jack, kung against Duterte, ang bilis makakomment ng CHR, pero kung against CPP-NPA, dinidelay nila, masyadong halata. Due process nga eh. Pero ang gobyerno walang due process, Mariosep. Lahat po, ang due process, blind din yan. Kahit sino, no person nakalagay doon. And that includes people in government. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Pero dito sa investigation, what about yung nag-pepper spray? Siguro naman pwede nyo nang anuhin yun. Pwede nyo nang i-call out yung mga yun. Hindi lang pala isang incident yung pagpa-pepper spray. May 2 o 3 pa pala. So, ano yung mga ganyan? Bukod pa dyan, they are entitled to counsel. O bakit inaaway ng PNP si Attorney Torreon at yung ibang mga lawyers? May isang lawyer dyan, tinutulak-tulak ng pulis. Tama ba yun? Exempt sa ganyan. Ang abogado representante yan. Ito, sabi ni Louis F., and we better discuss this now para maliwanag during the course of this discussion. Bakit di nyo nalang payuhan surrender si Kibuloy? Number one, bakit ako sinasama mo dyan? Hindi po ako abogado ni Kibuloy. Sabi niya, di ka ba sumusunod sa batas? Opo, sumusunod ako sa batas at sinusundan ko yung hikayat ng Korte Suprema dun sa Dacer case na nagsasabing pag binalik mo sa preliminary investigation, sa determination of probable cause, hindi pa fugitive ang tao kahit may existent warrant of arrest siya. So hindi po yan maliwanag sa inyo, clearly. Hindi kaya ng utak ninyo i-comprehend na pwedeng may warrant of arrest pero pag pinababalik yung issue sa finding of probable cause dahil ang paniniwala ng akusado ay walang probable cause dito, he is still entitled to, number one, the presumption of innocence, and number two, to prevent himself from being arrested. Yes, sinabi ng Korte Suprema, hindi siya fugitive and he has every right to question the probable cause. Not only that, he has no obligation to surrender. Tapos kayo pa yung magsasabi, kayo, dapat payuhan nyo, dapat ganito, hindi ka sumusunod sa batas. How dare you? You haven't even read the law. You haven't even read the defense of Pastol Kibuloy. Sinasabi mo lang yan because this is what fits into your tiny little beliefs. Okay, you have every right to believe that. But you're not entitled to these facts. And even more so, not entitled to invent your own legal facts in view of the current situation.